Hey everybody, this is Aaron Shell here. I'm going to bring you Modern Masters draft. So Wizards has instituted Modern Masters Mondays, where you can draft Phantom Modern Masters drafts for the low entry price of 15 flippin' tickets. And it looks like we're starting it right here if our pack will load. Okay, well we got a Lotus Bloom, which I don't particularly like. No real we Anyway, back to my rant. Wizards, like, it's a Phantom event, so we're not getting any of these cards. So why is it still 15 flipping tickets? Sure, you can have some god-awful amount of Phantom tickets and then two tickets, but still, 15 flipping tickets to enter this. I don't know exactly why they are keeping it that high price, but it's darn expensive. So I think our choices are either Cloud Goat Ranger or Esper Zoa are the best cards in the pack. We could take Lotus Blue and hope to wheel Empty the Warrens if we really wanted to force Storm, but I don't really think we want to do that. I would rather just take the Cloud Goat Ranger and hope to wheel either of these two cards, maybe a Wrathy Trapper. I just think Cloud Goat Ranger goes into the most decks, so that's what I'm going to be looking to do here. Um, I don't think there's anything else to say really. Like Esper Zoa is a fine pick if you want to go into the artifacts, and if you really want to force Storm, you can take Lotus Bloom. But I don't think that's enough to warrant making yourself going into that. Okay, I think we take a Helix here. We could either be black-white allies. We have a decision point here. We have black-white allies or red-white giants because we got Blind Spot Giant, we got Fiery Fall, got Helix, and then we have Blight Speaker if we want to go to the Rebel route. I think that we didn't pass any rebels, if I remember correctly. So Blight Speaker. Oh, we passed a Wrathy Trapper. So we're probably putting someone on our left into the Rebels deck. So I think we take Helix and hope to wheel a Blind Spot Giant and kind of go red-white giants, because we can wheel a Fiery Fall or a Blind Spot Giant, and we'll be perfectly fine with that. None of these other cards are interesting to us. We may end up with a Dispeller's Capsule for the board, but really Fiery Fall and Blind Spot Giant are what we want to wheel. Helix is a fine pickup though. It's a strong card. Well, here's a Storm card if we wanted to force Storm, but there wasn't anything really last pick for Storm, so that's I really feel you have to like open a Pyromancer Swath or something to force Storm. But enough about forcing Storm. Hammerheim, Deadeye, and Hillcomer Giant are what we're looking at here. This is more for the sideboard. Sandsower's okay, but I feel this wheels a lot, and I've had a lot of problems getting it online. I think Hammerheim Deadeye is the better card, so we're going to take that. This deck has a lot of trouble with flyers, so this can ping down some flyers. And this, I think, is a lower pick card, so we're more likely to get it on the wheel. So I think we pick Hammerheim Deadeye here over Sandsower, because we're not as much of a token. This is more for the black-white Rebels deck, in my opinion, because you can get a ton of creatures in that deck. Well, we got a Thundercloud Shaman, which is what we're going to take here, because it just beats the crap out of a lot of people. Creature control get +2/+2, or get lifelink and entwine. This is something we could wheel, but there's a lot of really good things in this pack for us. So I really wish that, uh, you know, these had come in different packs, but we want Fiery Fall, we want Thundering Giant, we want Pyrite Spellbomb. We'll take an Avian Changeling. It's a giant just like everything else. But this is probably going to go into the person to our left's black-white Rebel deck. But Thundercloud Shaman is a great pickup. It hits a lot of decks pretty hard, and we'll be happy to take it. Well, here's a Storm card. So yeah, I love Storm. Like Storm is just an awesome deck in my opinion, even though a lot of people don't like it. But I think here we just pick up Ivory Giant. We're really just solidifying our giant theme. And Ivory Giant does tap down a lot of dudes. There is an Aethersworn Canonist which we could think about, but there's nothing else really here for us. We don't really want Sen's enlistment, so I think we just take our Ivory Giant. Okay. Now we're kind of at a blank. I don't like Rift Elemental because we don't have any suspend cards yet. Auriok Salvagers we could take just as kind of a power play and prioritize getting Spell Bomb so we can just get value. But we're not going to be able to uh, really abuse it like the Artifact decks, where Otherworldly Journey is fine. It's not anything that exciting, so I think we take Salvagers. It's a 2/4 body, and if we can pick up some spell bombs, we can just loop them. It's more powerful in my opinion, so I'd rather just take that. Well, here's a Mind Funeral, but we don't. We may hate the Mind Funeral, like we don't like getting milled out as a general rule. But I think we take Sen's Enlistment here. There's nothing else really for us. We don't want a Lava Spike. A Lava Spike's okay in like a Storm deck or something, or obviously Arcane decks, but we don't really want it. It's interesting to note that Mind Funeral's gone so late, so someone probably hasn't moved in on the mill archetype yet. Nothing looks like Dredge is wide open if someone wanted to go Dredge, but we're already pretty committed. Now we have a choice. This is a really late Partic Dragon, and we could definitely use a Partic Dragon. But this is a blind spot giant. Let's do a cost sort really quickly. I think we'd rather have the tribal theme going than the Partic Dragon. What do you guys think? If you guys think differently, let me know. Partic Dragon is very powerful, and it could be a curve topper, but we want to get aggressive, is what I think. So if you guys think I should have taken the Partic Dragon, let me know. I'm not sure if it's the correct pick or not, but I think we really need to get aggressive in this deck. The more of these guys we have with a follow-up giant is just going to be really good for us. And we definitely need to fill in the lower part of our curve. We have huge guys right now. If we can pick up the guy that makes our giants cost less, that'll be really good. There's been some interesting stuff going late. Like, that was a really late Partic Dragon, in my opinion. It was a late Mind Funeral. But you have to really know what you're doing to be in those decks. I mean, like, you have to decide really early on. We'll pick up a capsule for the board. We're not going to play it, though, most likely. If we end up paired against the artifact deck, we'll side it in. Uh, I guess Hate, a Death Denied. I don't think we'll ever play it, but it's possible. And then we'll get a win condition and Stir the Pride. I'm really surprised to see it going this late, but we are perfectly happy to have that. Why was there another pack opening sound? We'll take an Aethersworn Canonist. We'll probably play it too. It's a 2-drop that hates against Storm and other decks, so we could probably do that. I don't know why there was that booster pack opening sound. Maybe someone else's draft is on pack 2. Really late counter spells. So our deck looks okay. Nobody wants Death Denied. That's interesting. Our deck looks okay. It's got some good stuff. Okay, we got a Countryside Crusher. So we're just going to slam that really hard. And we got a Feud Killer's Verdict. Maybe a Flicker Wisp if you want it. This pack is really good for us. We got two Walkers of the Groves if we chose to do it. But we could actually play Crush Underfoot in our deck because we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 giants, 7 giants at the moment, I believe. So we could easily play that, but we're gonna just slam this Countryside Crusher. It's really good. We want Glacial Ray, Fiery Fallen, Crush Underfoot to wheel, or these two. So this is a really good pack for us. So we're gonna take that. Another pack opening sound. Is that like somebody else in the queue opening packs or something? That's weird. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not. I may just turn off the sound effects. Let's see what the next pack brings us. Well, we got another Helix. Rift Bolt's fine. Deadeye is fine. Blinding Beam is fine, but I think we just pick up a Helix. Hopefully this comes around. Helix is just so good, but once again, this pack is really good for us. We want Blinding Beam, Changeling, Crag, Hammerheim, Deadeye, and Terramorphic Expanse. We want all those cards, but I think on pure power level and removal wise, Helix is just going to get us there. And we already have like 7 or 8 giants, so I'm not too worried about getting the amount of giants we need. Wow, this pack is good for us too. We could pick a Githkin Greatheart as long as we control a giant. It gives us a nice 2-drop to curve into things. Fiery Fall is something we want. And a Wrathy Trapper would obviously be really good, but I think we take the Greatheart. I think it's just going to be better in our deck than Wrathy Trapper. And it's pretty often going to be a 3/2 first strike because we have at least 2 giants on turn 3 right now, and there should be a lot more. There's a lot of good cards in this pack, but we really want this to wheel. We would take a Blinding Beam, and we obviously would love a Wrathy Trappers, but we're just going to take a Greatheart here. This pack is not as good for us. We could splash Tromp the Domains in our Giants deck, but we already got like a Stir the Pride, which is kind of the same thing. It is our overrun effect, and right now we don't have any mana fixing, so I think we just take a Glacial Ray as more removal. We are actually getting a lot of removal for this deck. Let's just hide these Death Denies because we're probably not playing them. Um, Otherworldly Journey is an option, but I just don't like it in this deck because we're just wanting to tap out and attack and not protect our threats. So we're just going to take a Glacial Ray. Sudden Shock. Well, we can take a Spell Bomb to go with our Auriok Salvagers. I should really start looking in for more mana fixing though, but I think a Pyrite Spell Bomb is where we want to be. Occasionally we'll just grind out value with Salvagers on this thing, so we might as well try to get it. And if we ever are against the Affinity deck, we have this great combo with Dispellers and Auriok Salvagers. Now we really need to start uh, prioritizing giants. I mean, we'll take a Sting Scourger, I think. It's not terrible. There's a lot of late blue things in here. Actually, let's take Gleam of Resistance. We need mana fixing. So a basic Land Cycler will do us a lot of good here. Angel's Grace does absolutely nothing for us. This pack is just a complete blank, so we might as well take like a Vivid Creek. If we want to splash blue, that's something we could do. There's another late Mind Funeral, so someone's moving in on the mill deck. They have at least 2 Mind Funerals now. It's crazy. But there's nothing in here for us that we really want. Might as well hate the Mana Fixer. I think green is the more likely splash in this deck, so we might as well take that. Okay, I guess we take Crush Underfoot. We may end up playing it. Unlikely. Well, a Blinding Beam came around. Blinding Beam is very good. It'll help us push through some good. Oh, we got another Blinding Beam. I don't know if we actually play both, but I'm happy to take both. They are a very good card. Uh, I guess we take Skyreach Manta. I don't know why it's still here. This card is really good. I guess no one's in the artifact deck. Maybe we should have passed the Salvagers to get someone to go in on that. I mean, it's not like our deck is lacking playables. We have a lot of really good cards. I would still like to fill in this slot somewhere. We probably aren't playing Search for Tomorrow. Probably are not playing one of the beams. And most likely not playing the Manta because that's really not what we want to be doing. So ideally, we're still at like, we'll probably play the Salvagers. We're not playing that. Doesn't this pack doesn't even really matter. I guess just take the Fatty. We may play a 1-drop. Unlikely though. So, this is kind of what our deck's going to look like. We're at like 17 playables right now. We really need to fill in some stuff. And a last pick Mind Funeral. No one wants to be in the mill deck. Okay. There should be one blinding beam in here, so we have like 18 playables. We may play both blinding beams, but I'm not sure how good blinding beam is in that many multiples. It's good as just a push through. Let's see what pack through brings us. We are a little light on mana fixing. We only have one Land Cycler, but we're not really splashing anything at the moment. Well, I guess we got the giant thing. We don't really want to City of Brass because we're not splashing anything. We already have a Stir the Pride, and I don't like getting to... Test of Faith is fine, but Ooh, that's not something we're gonna first pick. And we already have a Pyrite Spellbomb, and it's not something we're gonna first pick either. So we just take the giant spells cost 2 less to cast. It's a giant, fits in with what we're doing. A foil Pact of Negation. Hold on, I'm gonna see how much that's worth. Wait, damn Ryan, we're in a Phantom event. Doesn't matter. Let's take a Blind Spot Giant here then. It's between Fiery Fall and Blind Spot Giant. We already have a lot of removal, and these will just let us get really aggressive. Whoa! Holy crap, that is a late Cloud Goat Ranger. I think that's like fourth pick. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So this is like a third pick Cloud Goat Ranger. Third or fourth pick Cloud Goat Ranger. That's really late for this card, but we are gonna just slam this sucker because this card is bonkers. It's really good. Okay, so well, Gleam of Resistance more on a 2. Stir the Pride is more of a 6. So our curve is looking okay. It's not the best. I mean, our deck is not lacking power. I would like some more Kithkin Great Hearts though. That would really make the deck pull together, I think. Kithkin Great Hearts would be really nice because then we'd go Kithkin Great Hearts, Blind Spot Giant, another Giant, and just swing in for a 10. Waiting a long time on this next pack, but whatevs. Excuse me. So, our deck is looking pretty solid. It's not anything crazy, but it's definitely solid. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, like 4 to 5-ish pieces of removal. It's not bad. Okay, let's see here. I don't think we want a Shrapnel Blast, for sure. We may want a Torrent of Stone, it's hard to say. Let's check our giant count really quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we got 10 giants. That's a lot. Because it's... we probably play Crush Underfoot still. It's either Torrent of Stone, Crush Underfoot, or Hillcomber Giant. And I think we take the giant. We just want more creatures right now. Torrent of Stone is very good. Actually, I think we're the only ones who want this, so we may take Torrent of Stone and hope to wheel this. Let this card like no one else wants. And I like removal a lot, so I think we're going to try that. And then we get somewhat rewarded. We have another giant spells cost 2 less to cast, so we'll take that over the Deadeye. Nothing really here for us. I don't know exactly what we should take. Like, my gut is to take a Sting Scourger. Like, we already have enough playables, and Sting Scourger can come in from the board. It's just a good tempo play. But we have so many things we want to be doing on turn 2 or 3, so I don't know if we want it. I guess take a drag down, maybe? We may splash a drag down, depending on if we get mana fixing in the last little bit. This pack is pretty much a blank for us. There's absolutely nothing in here that we want, so I guess we'll take a Rune Stalactite. I doubt it'll make the cut, but... Oh, a Molten... Holy crap, that is a late Molten Disaster. We will take that as our sweeper effect. We'll probably play it too. It is good enough. Hate Grape Shot from the Storm player. Whatever. Don't want a Giant's thing. Don't want a Dragon Storm, that is. So this was a really nice gift. I guess people really underestimate it. Hate the flyer. Nobody gets flyers. Now the real question I'm thinking about is, do we actually play Salvagers or not? Because right now it's only a combo with like Pyrite Spellbomb. That's like the only thing it does other than just be a body. Which could be good enough. but we'll see how it goes. We are a little light on creatures, but going like turn 4 Cloudgoat Ranger is good. So our Crush Underfoot came around. That actually probably makes the deck. We'll take this for the board. And unfortunately, our guy did not come around. Our second Hillcomber Giant did not come around, which is unfortunate. I mean, I think our deck is good, but it'll all kind of depend on how we draw. It is a little bit on the heavy side of things. Are we like putting together our decks now or something? What's happening? Come on. It's just kind of sitting here. So we didn't really pick up any mana fixing at all, really, other than just like one Gleam of Resistance to cycle. So we're not going to splash anything, so we keep our mana base as solid as possible. We probably are not playing any of this blue. We actually hated a lot from people. We took a Mind Funeral if someone was playing the mill deck, and we took a Grape Shot from the Storm player. So we did, I think we disrupted their game enough that we might, without affecting our own enough, as much, that is. And we have a lot of removal. Like Crush Underfoot is good, if you have enough Giants, which I think we do. This is like a turn 5 removal spell. Can we like put together our deck yet or something? What is happening? Do you have to wait for everyone to finish drafting? Is that it? So everyone finishes drafting and then we get 10 minutes for deck construction? Because I already have my deck constructed, so can I just put it in and put submit, please? Hurry up. Hurry up, come on. I know you can do it. Come on. I'm gonna pause and let you guys know when it comes back into deck construction. Well, as you guys can see, it's been about 10 more minutes, and we still haven't even gotten to deck construction. I don't know what exactly is happening. I don't know if someone's draft is just taking forever, or if they're like having to do something with people joining late. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but I'm starting to get a little concerned because in about a minute or so, that will be 10 minutes from when I finish drafting. So that should be deck construction time, right? That's when you should have 10 minutes for deck construction. So I'm a little bit worried because it's gonna like it makes you like start a game and then gives you the suggested amount of mana if you haven't submitted a deck. So I don't think that's gonna happen because it would just piss a lot of people off. It would make me very mad. So I think it's someone else is still drafting, and as you can see over on the side here, it says like a bunch of people are still joining the event. So I'm just gonna wait out a little bit, and then I'll get back to you with deck construction. Okay, here we are at deck construction. Finally went in. So I'm gonna just start putting stuff in. We probably play one Crush Underfoot. I mean, it's an okay card. Play those, playing that. Playing our 2 Helixes. We're at least playing the Pyrite, even if we don't play anything else. I think we play one Blinding Beam. I guess that's our 23. Seems to be pretty easy. Right? Let's sort it by spells now, though. We don't have that many 2-drops, which is why I'm playing the Aethersworn Canonist, is because I like at least getting a creature in now and then. We only have 13 creatures, which is a little bit of a concern. But, we do have 2 Cloudgoat Rangers that just pop out a ton of creatures. And seems pretty good. So Stir the Pride is probably going to be a 7-drop. This is probably, isn't it like Suspend 1? So this is here. I'm not sure if Ivory Giant is actually all that good, because it taps down all our red giants. Just count giants again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 10 giants at the very least. So that seems fine. I don't think we want Sen's enlistment really. I just think this is what we go with. Like, we don't really want a Rune Stalactite. I don't think we want a second Crush underfoot. It's just really iffy, and we already have really good removal. I mean, we have two Helixes, a Glacial Ray, a Torrent of Stone. So we're pretty good on removal. We have a Cloud Goat Ranger to really close the games out fast, and we have a Molten Disaster as removal too. The one thing I would say is I kind of want more creatures. Like if I could have like two more Kithkin Great Hearts and just get rid of this Aethersworn Canonist, I just would be really happy with the deck. But I think this is good. We forced through a lot of damage with our Blinding Beam. Countryside Crusher and Cloudgut Rangers are just gonna be bonkers. So let's add some lands. I think 8 and 9 is a good split because we definitely need double white a lot more often. We need it for Hillcumber Giant, Cloudgoat, and we really want to cast Cloudgoat. Like if we don't get double red, we may not be able to cast Countryside Crusher, but we don't want to play Countryside Crusher on turn 3 a lot of the time anyway because we still want some lands. So I think that's fine. I think this is the deck we go with. Other things we could think about is Auriok Salvagers, maybe a second Blinding Beam or a Sense Enlistment for giving us some better late game. But I think we're good. Maybe a... So this is kind of the sideboard package. You know, if we're against the artifact deck, we can bring in a Dispeller's Capsule and a Terashi's Grasp. So we have two good cards against the artifact deck. If we're facing like Rebels or something, we have a Molten Disaster to just wipe out everything and set them from to ground zero. And Molten Disaster is going to be good because we can do it for like 3, and it won't kill a lot of our stuff. I mean, it kills Cloud Goats. But actually, probably 2 is probably the better number because that doesn't kill our giants, like any of our giants. So I guess this is the deck we're going to go with. So we're going to submit, and I'll see you guys in round 1. Round 1. That